Hello, and welcome to another video with myself, Reverend Arlene C. So it is Sunday, February 25th of 2024. My cheeks are still really rosy. I just came back from a walk, 30 minutes both ways to the local post office to ship some products I had made, some tinctures and tonics to some beautiful friends of mine out west. But anyways, so on this walk, a message, not really a message because everything's from my inner universe, right? So it's from my team, I call them, and we were having a conversation. So let's just say maybe an inner transmission was coming through. And it was surrounding the thought or the vibration and word around the word manifest, right? Manifesting. And it's interesting. So, yes, I've used that word in other maybe posts and videos because humans, and in the, we'll call it like the spiritual community, stuff like that, it's a word that is understood, right? And it carries an energy behind it for people to understand. And that's fine. And I understand the purpose or need to sometimes use that word to get a point across. But there's also another aspect of it where, and this is where a lot of the transmission and stuff was coming through, where even though I've used it, but to me, there's always been a struggle with that word. Because to me, it doesn't mean often the way it's translated, let's say. And that's what was really coming through today. Just like when I say the word heal, to me, healing doesn't mean broken or something is wrong with you that needs to be fixed. It's remembering and unlocking and activating, right? And manifest is kind of the same idea. So to me, there's an aspect of when you manifest, I can understand manifesting what is considered, let's say, disease in the body or in your unwellness, right? So you can manifest that in the body. And in some ways, you can manifest the mirror effect of how things appear around you in your reality. But where there's a shift or a change in the word manifest for me is, I guess, in the way often manifest is used, which is like you're manifesting abundance, you're manifesting these things in your life, like these opportunities or in that way of your life. But to me, that isn't manifesting. To me, it is called, or where the higher vibrational or frequency aspect is, it's actually you having faith and trust and allowing, surrendering, and it's divinity, right? In a way, it's divinity. It's what was always meant to be. So it's that aspect of so how this came to transpire. Sorry, I need to kind of go back a little bit. So I was having a conversation today with somebody important to me, and so they had this medical manifestation disease appear in the body, and they've been having few things happening. Like, it started off first, they had this like bug cold, a lot of mucus and everything. So of course that's purging, right? We're purging and clearing. But then something else happened in the body, and it was another manifestation that appeared. And through conversation and as us talking, more information was coming in through her higher self team to mine to share. And in that, we got down to a more deeper underlining reason for why it manifested this way in the body and why it was so painful. And it was really amazing, right? Like, it just really amazed me how it all came in full circle. And so, along with that, in these last few days of this, friend not feeling well and everything, and other fears and anxieties and doubts and stuff were, building in her thoughts, right? And, kind of looking for direction. So, and then there was something else that was coming through where in their business, where they had this doubt and fear, and they didn't know how it was going to come to be and if it was going to be successful or not. And so in this conversation with her today, we were, touching base on some of those things. And it was interesting because as soon as we figured out the underlying issue of why this disease, illness was popping up, and connected it also to some of these other, desires and intentions that she had with her business, within those first 30 minutes of me walking to the post office, she had people booking within her business. And it was just so cool to see. And I just thought, to me, that is more of what is the definition to me of manifestation in a way. Because it's not really about manifestation. It's about trust and faith. It's about integrity and grace within yourself. It's about surrendering. It's about doing the work, right? Doing that work within yourself, and coming to that realization of, how these programs and stories, are still truly impacting you, not just mentally, but how it translates into you physically. And then, of course, it continues on to another cycle of the and then we'll use the word again, manifesting in a physical form, right? So it was just really interesting. And then that's when they were telling me again, like I was kept hearing the same thing. Manifestation isn't what is being shared or, transmitted, where it isn't really a manifestation to a degree created by us. It is through our learning, through our cleansing and purging, and then having faith and trust that what is meant for us is always there, and making the room, right? And clearing the space so that these things can evolve and unfold and rise and then appear and happen, right? Because sometimes too, as much as people like to throw away, manifesting this and manifesting that, I get it, but I don't see the true accuracy in it. Because I think too, when it's truly meant to be, it appears in ease. It comes without force, right? It flows in with ease, and there isn't so many hiccups along the road, right? And it's always often it's us that gets in the way, right? We often get in the way because of our ego and fear. And so another thing that was coming through today as I was walking, and it's interesting because I didn't realize how yesterday was a full moon. And especially today, there's this, the only word I can think of is there's this break in the energy too. And it's beautiful. There's this break in it. And then there's this energy of creation and growing. And it could be too because more and more the energy is gearing us with the essence of spring. And I really feel that in the energy today. And it was beautiful that even though it's like kind of windy out there here in southwestern Ontario, there's a bit of a wind and stuff, and it can be chilly when the wind hits. but the sun is just amazing today, and it's just, and the clouds and everything, the sky, it's just this beautiful shade of blue, and I don't know, it just always leaves me in such awe at just the beauty that nature is and how it's just itself. It doesn't have to do much, it just bees itself, right? And it's such a lesson for us to just be. But yeah, so there's that in the energy too, where we were going to feeling it. We're going to be feeling it for the next few weeks. I feel is what I was being given for the next few weeks. I just heard right now March 14th. So probably now within to March 14th, we're going to be feeling these waves of this energy of creating or like coming up with the ideas, right? Like we're going to already, we're adding to the seeds that we already planted, because I feel like these are not just fresh new ideas. It could be, but it's not exactly fresh new ideas. It's stuff that we've been kind of playing with, and now there's more, let's say, data, more information that we have within ourselves to amplify those thoughts now and find ways to then make it more real, make it more tangible. And I feel like that is very much what the energy is right now. So it's kind of like back and forth where you're testing it a little bit, getting more data, and then that helps to, for you to build the path to truly say like, okay, boom, this is what I'm offering, or this is what I have, and I'm ready to go with this idea. And also, we'll be noticing too how the sun is staying out a little bit longer, so that is also really assisting us in moving through the denser energy that we have been feeling for most of 2024 so far. And now there is that sense of lighter, of there's this break, and there is more faith to grasp onto that feels more realistic for us, or more tangible again. So that is basically what I wanted to come on and was guided to share, so that manifestation isn't exactly what you think it is, but there is so much grace and beauty to true manifestation when we allow ourselves to be good receivers. Surrounding you all in love. I truly appreciate your presence here. Have a wonderful week.